in his competent press conference today, said, listen, I'm not going to deport these children. I'm not going to send them back, unaccompanied minors, back across the border. That's not him. You know, you can argue with the policy. You can say that Trump's hard line was much more effective, but Joe Biden says, I'm compassionate. The United States is compassionate. We're not going to expel children. That's just his bottom line. But here's what happened. He is a victim not only of his good intentions, but he has also been stabbed in the back by López Obrador, the Mexican president, because everyone watching right now has to ask themselves,
you're wrong.
Hold it.
You can't pass the buck. He made the decision.
You can't, Sean, I'm not passing the buck.
He ended the stay in Mexico
Where is the Mexican army? Where is the Mexican army that was so effective in keeping these people on the Guatemalan side of the Guatemala-Mexico border?
He basically accused the president of Mexico of starving children today because that policy was working and they weren't coming because they knew they weren't getting in with phony asylum claims, Geraldo. Let me bring Dan in. Dan.
So... Okay.
Geraldo's information is inaccurate. I'm not hearing those statistics at all, that we're deporting people that are crossing the border here illegally. I'm hearing it's less than a quarter of the people coming over who are being...
All of them except for children.
Geraldo, are you living in like bizarro Superman land? You're seriously suggesting everybody crossing the border is being turned around and deported? You're not really saying that right now, are you?
Under the age of 18. It is true. It is true, Dan, and don't give misinformation to people.
That is absolutely inaccurate. I don't know where you're getting your data from. The comic books? I mean, I'm hearing it's less than 25% of people crossing the border. And by the way, those are only the people caught and the ones we know about. It could be one for every illegal person caught, someone who gets through the... You know, I can't prove a counterfactual. We don't know the people who weren't caught, number one. And secondly, I wish you would stop talking about Joe Biden's good intentions. Good intentions at other people's expense are not good intentions, okay? You're not taking these kids in, Geraldo.
What about American values, dude? What about... what
here
do
we go.
American... What do we stand for?
Geraldo, okay, can you answer me this one question? Because I'm so tired of this silly
juvenile... Are you going to send the 9-year-old back?
Yes. To his family.
You are?
Yes.
Yes. Or Dan Bongino is on the record saying you would send the 9-year-old
back. Yes, because he has a family.
Let me get a word in here. You're a lawyer. We have laws in this country, Geraldo, and the law is that if you want to come to America, you come in through a legal process. Now they've been encouraged by Joe Biden. We played the tape to come here. They're coming here, and now Americans are getting sick. Americans will pay for all the housing, all the food, all the clothing, all the health care. For now, it'll be 1 million people, Geraldo. We don't have the facilities. We don't have the money, and Americans are getting COVID, and we're saying to people, do it legally. Yes, we are.
Wait, Sean, I answered Geraldo's question. Geraldo, hold on. Now you answer mine, okay? I had the guts to answer. Yes, I would send a 9-year-old back to his family. Why aren't you taking the 9-year-old in? Why not? Why don't you volunteer?
I would. There are many. There are millions of foster families. There are millions of foster
just to be clear, you're not doing it.
Oh, come on, that's a stunt question. There are millions, as I have said on this program.
Just to be
there are
clear,
millions of available foster families to take care of these children.
You want other people to do it.
That's
your good intentions.
That's a stunt cheap shot question.
So, just to be clear, you're not doing it. I just want you on the record there. You're not taking them in.
Are you?
It's other people.
Am I doing it? You want to take in? Take in anyone you want to, Dan. It's a free country. There are plenty of families that would eagerly take these children in.
Yeah, I get it. You want other people's good intentions, but just not yours. I understand. I get it.
All right. Thank you both. When we come back, more scandals surrounding zero-experience Hunter Biden. Wow, wait till you hear this. 18, Hunter and Biden's daughter-in-law, Haley, were involved in a bizarre incident where Haley allegedly took Hunter's gun from his pickup truck and threw it in a trash can behind a Wilmington, Delaware store, only to have it returned later. And they found it mysteriously gone when they went back to find it. It was missing. And get this, apparently the Secret Service, they then intervened in the incident. They approached the store owner where Hunter bought the weapon, demanding the paperwork of the sale, which rightfully the owner refused to turn over. Now, also according to the report, Hunter responded no to a question on the gun transaction paperwork that asks, are you an unlawful user of or addicted to marijuana or any depressant, stimulant, narcotic drug, or any other controlled substance? Wow. So many questions that do need to be answered. We'll continue to follow the story, but of course, don't expect transparency from the Biden White House on this matter, because yesterday, circle back, Jen Psaki claimed she never even saw the report about Hunter and the wire transfer, the Russian oligarch, the First Lady of Moscow, $3.5 million that was wired to his firm. Maybe she should read the Senate report laying out all of Hunter's nefarious dealings overseas in China, Ukraine, Kazakhstan. She'll learn a lot, and she won't have to circle back so much. Joining us now, nationally syndicated radio talk show host Dana Lash, Fox News legal analyst Greg Jarrett. All right, Greg, let's start on the legal side first. Because, number one, you're just not allowed to dump a gun in a garbage can. It ended up being found by somebody who rightly turned it in, thank goodness, and it was near a school. What laws do you see potentially broken here or likely broken?
Well, stashing a gun near a school, children across the street, under Delaware law, that's a crime, endangering minors. And yes, Sean, no one was arrested. Then you've got Hunter Biden apparently being less than truthful under penalty of perjury in a sworn statement when he purchased the gun about addiction and drug abuse. And yet, nobody was charged. Hunter Biden was not charged. But equally disturbing is the Secret Service appears to have intervened without cause, authority, or jurisdiction. What were they doing walking into the gun shop? They weren't protecting the Bidens at the time, flashing their badges, demanding to see and confiscate the records there in the gun shop. Was this an effort to bury and suppress and cover up evidence of wrongdoing? Were they there to protect Joe Biden in his run for the presidency? You know, the good news is that no children and nobody was injured by a loaded handgun that was stashed near a school. But it's no wonder that Americans, view law enforcement all too often as affording preferential treatment to people in high positions of government. There's no trust in the government. There's little trust in law enforcement.
Dana, your take on all of this. Now, we are both gun enthusiasts. I've been a pistol marksman, as I've stated many times, since I'm 11. But I will tell you, those of us that do own firearms and believe in the Second Amendment, we also believe in safety. We also take that very seriously. I know you do, I know your family does, and I know I do, and I know most gun owners do.
Yeah, no, I think you're absolutely right, Sean. I don't even know where to start with this because there's so many felonies and or misdemeanors in this story. Let's start with the fact that, you had Hunter Biden go in and fill out a 4473. That's the firearms transaction record that the gun shop owner says that Secret Service came in to inquire about. And good on that gun shop owner, because guess what? If they would have taken those records and that gun would have actually come up being used in the commission of a felony later, that gun shop would lose its license. Secret Service had zero business if it all pans out, Secret Service had zero business in asking for that record. But you have Hunter Biden around this exact same time, Sean. It was reported that he was being called out by employees who worked at a D.C. area strip club because he was smoking crack in the VIP room. Pretty sure smoking crack would violate that 11E on the 4473 that asks you if you're an addict or if you're using drugs at that particular time. And we all know that leading up to that, he had been dismissed from the Navy because he tested positive for cocaine, turned in a Hertz rental car in Arizona that had a crack pipe along with Secret Service business cards there, and had also been held up by gunpoint in Los Angeles when he was trying to purchase crack, all leading up to this purchase, before this purchase of the .38 revolver that he got. I mean, there are a lot of broken laws here, Sean.
Yeah. By the way, if you're conservative, you're going to get arrested and put in jail for jaywalking. If you're a liberal, you get away with everything. Great analysis, both of you. Thank you, Dana. Thank you, Greg Jarrett. And coming up, Seth Meyers decided to take a shot at us last night. We'll show you the far-left socialist Democrat sycophant, Seth Meyers, Worst thing you could say about a comedian is true about him. He's not funny. Anyway, he went after yours truly last night. Now, we are accurately covering Joe Biden's recent struggles and the far left's anti-Second Amendment agenda. Take a look.
As we slowly emerge from the grip of one deadly plague that's ravaged the country for the past year, the coronavirus, we're once again being confronted with yet another deadly plague that has haunted this country for decades, the plague of gun violence. And in both cases, there's been a small minority of sociopaths with outsized power in our politics who stand in the way whenever the rest of us try to do something about it. And then the next night, Hannity attacked Democrats for supposedly rushing to, do something about it.
All right, first off, Seth, why do you have so much hatred and disdain for Americans who just have different political beliefs than